This place, it never ceases to just blow my mind how beautiful it is here. My name is Ben Somrak. I'm a 6th generation Crested Butte local. As you can tell, we're in beautiful Crested Butte, Colorado, right smack dab in the center of the wonderful state. And I'm so fortunate to now raise my family here and do what I love, which is designing and building custom homes. So all of my designs that I create, I think they really respect the landscape that we're on. So this is a rural town, of course, with a ton of mining and ranching heritage. So when I go to design a home, the thing that I really want to do is try to incorporate that history into my designs. So with my family being one of the many founding types of families here, we go back 6 generations to the early 1860s. I want to keep that alive today, using the reclaimed siding, the rusted roofs, the kind of barn and mining looking structures. I think it's important to respect the heritage that this place has. So back in 2018, we were getting ready to build our house right behind me here. My wife, Kate, and my 2-week-old son, Kanan, we decided we were going to hop on a plane and head out to Promontory Point, Utah, to check out the Trestlewood yard. The first experience is we head out on this old causeway across the Great Salt Lake, and I honestly felt like I was on the planet Venus.
This is pretty close to where the original 12-mile-long trestle was.
It is not very nice.
We were wondering, like, does it get sunny out here?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if, like,
we
the lake
we don't get a lot of rain.
Okay.
We get a lot of sun.
Okay.
You know, we get some of this weather. I mean, just like anywhere else, but we get a lot of.
Good timing then, huh? Fred, this is my wife Kate, my son Kanan. Not to be confused with Cannon. Yeah, we're like, especially with him being like so young, he's not gonna obviously remember this, but
Sure.
we were taking all kinds of pictures on the way out here, and
Yeah.
when we're sitting around the family house in 10 years, we can show him, you know,
Yeah.
like these beams
Cool.
came from this point. And, man, we drove
It's
to
really cool.
we drove to literally the middle of nowhere to get
Yeah.
them. Like, how
Well,
cool is that?
we appreciate you coming out. Let me just show you on this map back here. You came. This is the Ogden area here.
Yup.
And
Okay.
you came across this causeway right there, and Promontory Point is right here. Now, if you were to follow the railroad tracks about another 5 miles,
Is that the Lucin?
you would get to this portion of the lake, and there's a railroad causeway on there, just like what you came across. But that's where the trestle was out here. So we have a barge and a tugboat, crane on the barge, and we would go from this point out here to the bridge and salvage the material and then bring it back to this location right there.
How neat is that?
So, and it's like 100, the Lucin Cutoff, I think it's 110 miles, and it started in Ogden.
And all of a sudden we get out to the true Promontory Point. What a cool experience. And there's this vast, as far as the eyes can see, of timbers and siding. And just, I'm like, wow, this is quite the operation. And it was just like, you could get lost out there. There was so much wood. And just to kind of be in that history, you could feel like the history that's in all of that wood. The Transcontinental Railroad is in my house. It helped bring America together, and now it's like in my living room. It's very, very special to think about that. I appreciate that thought so much. So I'm really, really excited today to give a tour of our home and show everybody how we took this giant pile of timbers that were sitting out in Promontory Point, Utah, and we transformed them into beautiful trusses and beams and incorporated lighting into them and helped build our family story with all these timbers. So yeah, let's go on in and look forward to showing you around the house. So with the layout of our property, the first thing that people see when they pull in by nature is our garage, and we wanted it to tell the cool old story. So we used all the harbor fir from Trestlewood for our siding here. We did a little bit of patina steel on the garage doors because we like to patina steel, as you'll see inside the house, to give off that cool, old, rustic feeling. So we did all of the Harbor Fir siding up here from Trestlewood. We carried that into the soffit, and then we used a really cool product called thermal brown for all of the fascia, because as things actually work up here, the fascia is going to receive a different weathering than the soffit underneath. So we didn't want it to just all look the same. That would look too planned out. We wanted it to tell what the true story would be as if this had been here for over 100 years. So being on the fence line out here, it's really important that we kind of blend it in versus stick out like a sore thumb. All of the timbers that we use on the backside of the home are just like the ones in the house. They have tons of character. I mean, look at these blacks and browns and almost greens that you get from the salt and the old bolt holes. It's super cool, and it just fits in with the overall theme of the house, and again, just kind of blends into that ranch feel. So we're in the living area of the home, and it's also where you would enter the home from. So the idea was, as you walk into the house, we did these large cathedral type trusses with nothing in the center span to really draw your eye, not as much in the home, but to take it outside, because my philosophy is that you can build a nice house anywhere, but the site that it sits on, that dictates everything, and that's where the special feeling comes from. So here to the left, we're walking into the kitchen. We adorned the vaulted ceilings with more of the trusses from the train trestle. You can see the consistency with all of these timbers. So we have a big, beautiful island here, big window above our kitchen that looks up at Mount Crested Butte. I mean, unbelievable spot to do the dishes, right? And what I really love about this package that I got from Trestlewood is not only did I get these unbelievable timbers with so much character, but we got the beautiful hardware that was on the bridge itself, and we used that throughout the house, and that's just really a unique and cool touch that I love showing off to clients and visitors and friends alike, because this wood was in the Great Salt Lake for 100 years, right? So it takes that brine, that salt with it. You're also getting the old bolt holes. You can see where the I-beams used to land, and that is what I love all of my projects, not just this one, but all of my projects. I want them to tell a story and have some real heart behind them. All of the trusses in our house in different areas, have a different look to them. The reason that these look a little bit more simplistic is because in primary suites, I'm incorporating tranquility, peace, and just kind of a general feeling of relaxation into my designs in the primary suites. So the simple king post trusses in here provide just that, and the subtle touch of LED lighting in them is an awesome combination. So now we're in the downstairs of the house, and this spot is super cool because this is where we spend our Sundays or bad weather days just chilling, relaxing as a family. So as you come down the stair tower, we got some beautiful blackened steel down here for the railings. We also put that up into the ceiling. The reason for all of this is because I wanted to carry the fact that the house is built out of an old train bridge. I wanted to carry that theme and that heritage throughout the house. So not only is it up in the ceiling, but we also built this cool custom table here, and we even did some cool narrow gauge railroad tracks as the actual footrest of the custom bar. So like we really leaned into the whole train bridge theme, and it's just an awesome feel, and it goes well with the rest of the house. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining along today. It was a serious honor of mine to get to show off the beautiful home that my wife and I created and show you all the awesome Trestlewood products that went into it. A home of this size, you can imagine all the timbers it takes, all the siding it takes. There's a ton of coordination, not only with buying it, but with the shipping, with the delivery. After all, Crested Butte is literally in the middle of nowhere, so to make it all happen in a timely manner was just a testament to Trestlewood, and shout out to Bobby. He was who I worked with. He made the process smooth, efficient, and easy, and using the Trestlewood products allowed my wife and I to tell the story that we wanted to tell, to put the history into the home and let the products really speak for themselves. and make it much more than just a house, but it's no doubt a home for my wife and my kids and I just couldn't be more thankful.